Hi, I'm Paula Ram, and have you ever heard the objection that you cannot be successful in business unless you are in the right circles? Maybe someone's told you this, maybe you even believe it yourself, but I'm here to crush that myth because it is no longer true. In the past, it may have been true. In the past, it was a different world. Okay, you had yourself, and you had just, the couple circles in your local area that you were involved in. These are your friends and family. And in the past, the common belief was to be successful, you had to know the right people. You had to know the people with money, the people with connections. You had to belong to the country club, and you had to network and all this stuff. This is the way it worked in the past, but the great news is it does not work that way anymore. So, maybe you've never heard of this if you're a millennial, but for those of us of my generation or older, we know that that's a common myth out there, okay? So, with today, we've got the power of the internet, the World Wide Web with thousands and millions of people. Okay, so in the past, you just had your own little circles, and if you weren't in the right circles, you were, too bad for you. All right, but now let's say you reach out to different influencers on the internet who have these huge circles of influence on their own. Now, we can just leverage their circles of influence without having our own. So you can get started in business with no friends to speak of at all and still be successful in business. Let's say you decide to reach out to an Instagrammer. You send your product to an Instagrammer, and she's got thousands of subscribers who are going to watch her video about your product. Do you think that's going to help? You better believe it. What about if you reach out to a YouTuber? Got those mixed up. The YouTuber would have the videos, Instagrammer would post pictures of your product. Again, thousands of followers to get the word out about your product. And it's not you having to do it, it's these influencers with followings that trust them. Okay, what if you reach out to a blogger, okay? She could have hundreds of thousands of page views on her blog a month. She could have thousands of followers on social media, all right? Have her promote your product for you. Okay, what about a Facebook group owner? These Facebook groups are getting huge these days, and they're a great place to promote your product. So reach out to a Facebook owner, all right? This is another kind of relatively unknown influencer is other small business owners, okay? Anyone with a good sized email list is a great possibility. So other small business owners have email lists, subscriber lists already, who would love to hear about your product, okay? So now look at all of these circles. It's way more than your own little circles and your own little town with just the right people, okay? You don't need any friends or family to utilize all these incredible circles, the power of all this influence, okay? Now, while you're utilizing that, I also recommend that at the same time, you build kind of your own circle of influence, all right? This is as your customers grow to know, like, and trust you. And eventually you'll grow your own subscriber list and your own social media following and have influence that way. But in the beginning, you just leverage all these people who already have it. This is the way anybody can get into business and be successful without any circles whatsoever. So if you are believing the myth that you have to be in the right circles to be successful in business, just throw that away today. And if you'd like to learn more about this method called influencer marketing, of how you can reach out to all these influencers, and again, it isn't just any influencer. You have to reach out to the influencers who have the right target market for your product. That is huge. That's a huge part of the equation that people miss. They have to have the right market for the people who would like your product. Okay, I can say that several times over. Okay, so I explain all this in my Influencer Marketing Quickstart guide. So I'm going to include the description above. So just click on that. It's a free guide, and that'll give you an overview of how all this works and give you a vision of how you can utilize the same method to grow your business. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps.